All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for being here today for the next day for the 30-day challenge BCR technique. We're on day 21 today, so awesome. Very happy to see how this has all been going. It's been wonderful. And I want to thank you again, everybody who's been joining me. Again, if you want to go to a really wonderful community that supports you with BCR technique, go to the video description, click on that Telegram link, and you'll be added to the group. All right, and of course, there's the PDF checklists that you can also download in the video description as well too. That will give you the rundown of working with the basic BCR technique as well as the TC technique. So, very happy to see you all here today. It is going to be kind of a short episode today because I'm going to be doing New Earth TV live here at 11 o'clock within less than an hour. So we're probably just going to do about 20 or 30 minutes of this webcast today. And like I said, we're mostly just doing a follow-up regarding the creation of your milestones, right? So just as I was talking about yesterday, we're working together with the variants, right? We're going into our reinforcement space. Through our reinforcement space, we're inviting in a variant, right? That variant represents just a version of yourself throughout your entire life timeline, right? So like I said, if we're starting with the newborn baby of ourselves, we're inviting in that variant into our reinforcement space. So basically we're getting ourselves accumulated with all of that love energy. We're feeling amazing, like I said. We're high above the mountain. We're high above Mount Olympus. We're above the gods. We're feeling great. We're feeling wonderful. I was actually just doing a BCR technique this morning before coming on the air and still feeling great about it, right? So we know that charge. We know what that feeling is when our hearts are full, right? We're using that gauge. So once we accumulate all of that love energy, then we bring in our variant, right? We look left, we look right, whichever direction you want, and you see your variant there, right? And like I said, we're not really exchanging words, right? Like I said, it's not a therapy session. It's not a counseling session in any way, right? It's not about, a lot of people will talk about, well, you should sit down with your younger self and just have a conversation and just talk. And in some ways that can be helpful. That's good. But really all we're doing here is we're letting the love do the talking, right? Because we're full of love. This is exactly what we do in our reinforcement space, is we charge ourselves with so much of this love and we're beaming, right? And like I said, your reinforcement space is good when as soon as you just lay eyes on it, as soon as you feel it, it's charging up your heart. It's making you feel incredible. You feel absolutely on top of the world. That's great. That's a heart space. Like I said, if that space isn't doing it, well, then the space sucks, right? We got to clear it out. We want to make sure that we're putting in all of that love energy, that everything that we manifest inside the reinforcement space is pure love, right? So we're not really having a dialogue, not a verbal dialogue, relating to our younger self, our variant, and ourselves. We're just approaching that variant, and our love is doing the talking. So we're filling that variant with that love. We're bringing that variant up exactly where we are. So here we are above the mountain. We're bringing the variant up above the mountain. Doesn't matter if it's a newborn baby. Doesn't matter if it's a kid. Doesn't matter if it's a teenager. Doesn't matter if it's a young adult. Doesn't matter if it's a senior. Okay? None of that matters. Does not matter what they have gone through. Does not matter if they've gone through the most wretched things, right? Where there's been sexual molestation, where there's been a fight, right? Where there's been a assault, whatever it may be. Whether it's been a bankruptcy, whatever it may be, we're taking that variant of ourselves and we're putting them in this space and we're lifting their love up. We're just bonding with them. Because as we're doing this, that trauma, that heavy conflict that exists within us is now being taken care of. At the same time, we're lifting our variant up. And we know we can do it because we've been able to charge ourselves with this love. We've been able to fill our hearts up. So if we're doing it to our present selves, we can most definitely do this to our variants, right? So this is why we're setting our milestones. So basically what we're doing, we're just taking a piece of paper, right? I'll demonstrate to this notepad. We're just taking a piece of paper and we're just creating a line here. Okay, so that these two lines here represent again where you are currently, the present, and going all the way back to the time of your birth, the newborn, right? And we're just putting these milestone markers in between this timeline, right? What major events are taking place? What am I noticing? What have I discovered as I go through my memory? And I look at, okay, I'm working on myself as a newborn baby. I've taken care of that. That variant is now completely filled with love. I felt myself as a baby just being right up here, giggling and laughing and feeling good, and I sent that baby back. And I feel that love coming through me, because as I'm working on my variant, I'm working on myself. I'm feeling the healing taking place inside myself, because that variant is me, right? So now we go up into, let's say, a 5-year-old self, right? There was an argument, right? There was a fight going on, and you felt very, very angry. You felt very, very sad. You felt very fearful. It was a humdinger of an intense event, right? So you felt it physically, mentally, emotionally. And again, you're bringing that variant in, and you're doing the same thing. You're just bringing that love towards that variant. You're feeling the shift. You're feeling the transformation taking place within yourself. And now you're feeling amazing, right? Regardless of what that younger self, that variant of you, went through, right? So this is all part of a very, very simplistic healing process. We don't have to do a counseling session. We don't have to see a therapist, okay? It's just a matter of exchanging love. Love is the true language. It doesn't involve us saying a single word from our lips, right? We're just seeing our variant, and we're embracing them, and we're just filling them with love, and we're just bringing them up to where we are now, because we've filled ourselves up with love. And this is just us meeting our milestones, right? We're continuing to work with our milestones, and like I said, you can do as little or as much work through your milestones as you wish each day, right? Like I said, when you really get the hang of the BCR technique, and like I said, there's even the short BCR technique that I've already taught you guys, right, a few days ago, back on day 15, that you're just doing this should really only take you about 5 or 10 minutes, right? As you get really good with this and you bring variants in, you should probably be done in about 2 or 3 minutes, right? You already know how to go right into the space, right? Sometimes you're just kind of do like an express version of the heart rate variability. You're already naturally moving yourself into a subtle or low idle state of being. You're feeling amazing, and you're just ready to get started, right? You're active. You're active, and you're going into the subtle. And now you're going into the reinforcement. And now you're using the gauge. And now the variant is there. Now you're filling that love into the variant, right? Maybe under 5 minutes. You have this all taken care of. It is great. I can do about an hour's worth of this work. Well, there you go. You got about a dozen variants taken care of within the state of an hour. That's great. If you had 12 milestone markers on your timeline, you're done. You're done within a day. That's pretty cool, okay? And we just continue to check in with ourselves each and every single day, because there's always a lot of work to do within ourselves. But the more that we are committed to this and we're working on this as often as possible, like I said, within a matter of months, you're going to feel absolutely amazing. You're going to feel on top of the world. You're not going to feel like this outside world is dominating you anymore, right? And like I said, this is the reason why we do the BCR technique. We're getting out of that illusion of feeling that the outside world is dominating us, because it's not. We're letting it dominate us based upon our thoughts, our feelings, our actions. And as long as we continue to do that, then we become at the mercy of an outside world. You're not going to be able to change that outside world. You can change yourself, and that change needs to come from inside. So that's what you guys are learning. Learning how to do this, learning how to work with your milestones, learning how to work with variants, learning how to go in the reinforcement space, learning how to pick up that love energy, learning how to accumulate that into yourself, learning how to live from the inside, and realizing that the outside world is just an effect. Right? So that's it. That's really all we're looking to do pertaining to our variants, right? Tomorrow, we're going to start looking more into the life circle, right? So looking into extensions of family, right? So for our mom, our dad, our siblings, our uncles, our aunts, our grandparents, our grandchildren, our children, whatever it may be, wherever you are, right? We're going to learn how to bring them into the space and how we can bring healing to them as well too, okay? But really the whole idea is that it's our own personal healing. This healing that we give to them can help them in a certain way, right? Because it's probable healing for them, but it's definite healing for ourselves, right? So this is where we're going into the final phase of the BCR technique. We're going to spend a couple of days on that. Sorry, I'm going to say tomorrow. Tomorrow is a demonstration day. So we're going to do some demonstration of the BCR and the variants once again. And then we're going to touch on the life circles. And then when we get into Sunday, we're going to start really getting into life circle healing. Okay, so that's the last part of the 30-day challenge. Okay, and after that is done, we're going to go into some reviews. And like I said, I'd like to get on Zoom and bring you guys on, and we can start asking like some audio questions, audio feedback as well too. I think that would be wonderful and amazing all at the same time. Okay, so that's what I remind you guys today is just work on your milestones. Okay, create your timeline, work with your variants, right? Just as you were listening to yesterday and the day before, right? Review back with those videos. And again, like I said, it's quite simple. We just have to look within ourselves consciously about what memories we're holding, right? Where has there been some challenges? Where has there been some conflicts? And as we deal with those conflicts, as we deal with those challenges, now we're bringing forward those variants into our space and clearing them up, all right? So, very, very simple day today. I'm not seeing any questions on the chat, so it looks like everybody here is doing good. So I think we're going to wrap it up for today. Very, very short and sweet video. So work on your milestones. Keep working with the BCR technique. Make sure you're doing it every day, right? Make sure you have your 30 days. And like I said, from what I'm seeing here on the Telegram group, everybody's doing really, really good. There's some questions here and there, and I'm happy to pop on and answer some questions that you guys may have. So keep working together with that group. Keep helping, supporting one another. Share your success stories. It brings a lot of great inspiration for people to continue to do this, right? And you're seeing the effects it brings forward. All right. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on New Earth TV Live here, in about 45 minutes. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow for day number 22. All right. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. Goodbye for now.